All right, guys, welcome back. Um, let's. I doubt there's anybody to talk to.
Commander?
This is just DLC. Leviathan DLC was great.
Alright, here's another one. Dates back to the Rachni Wars. So, a Krogan and a Solarian have landed on a Rachni world for a top-secret mission.
That is unlikely. Solarians rarely took part in raids on Rachni-occupied worlds directly.
Missing the point? So the two guys are climbing up a hill going through this nasty green fog. And as they get near the top, they come out of the fog, and the Solarian sees thousands of Rachni. He looks over at the Krogan and says, "Oh, well, that makes me nervous!" The Krogan says, "You think that's scary? When this is over, I have to go back down through that fog by myself!"
The implication being that the Solarian soldier would be dead.
Yes. Thank you for killing the 2,000-year-old joke.
That joke plays to racial stereotypes on both sides.
Damn, she got serious with it. It's just a joke.
Solarian appears weak. Stereotypes such as exemplified here led to the development and use of the genophage.
Well, yeah. It's also one of the only jokes you'll hear both Solarians and Krogan telling. Comedy isn't really about being nice. Sometimes it's a way to air out.
Yes, exactly.
Commander?
So the Reapers did not fully exterminate their creators. That suggests they are fallible, even on large or long-term scales. Shepard, you are staring.
Yeah, because you're fine as hell. I mean, sorry, Joker. I have to go talk to Garrus. I wonder if she said something because she was on the mission with me. Curious who else has anything to say. Just gonna run through real quick. I doubt Liara. Although, maybe she has something to do because she...
Say that again?
The population of the colony world of Tyvor has been killed.
I don't understand. The Reapers have been taking people alive.
It was self-inflicted. When Reaper forces invaded, Tyvor's colonists detonated nuclear weapons inside their
Holy
city.
shit.
Goddess.
Their deaths would have been instantaneous, Doctor.
Mass suicide.
Thank you, Glyph. That'll be all.
That's fucked.
I'm glad you made it back. And I'd appreciate it if you'd avoided talking to... I don't want any tentacled creature inside.
Did you guys see that? It just, I swear to God, I did not press anything. It just skipped. It's done that a couple times throughout the game.
Perhaps we can talk later.
It just skipped dialogue on its own.
A pleasure to see you.
Just quick little blurb.
Shepard, I looked over your mission report. Gotta say, it feels like we've been after these Reapers forever. From Sovereign to Leviathan, they've been a pain in the ass the whole time. But at least we're starting to see the big picture. Never really thought we'd get any answers. Doesn't change much, but it does make this war feel a whole lot bigger. How's it going?
Interesting. Garrus. So everyone's got a quick little blurb about nothing hugely important.
Nice to have everyone back on dry land, so to speak. You know, whenever we discover something amazing like that, I wonder what else might be out there. Or even right under our noses.
Seriously.
Hey, Shepard.
Oof. Makes you wonder what's hiding in our oceans. Maybe we have a million-year-old alien race hiding in our ocean. Oh, I thought what the fuck? Oh, I hit crew deck again. Oops. I'm sure Tali has something to say. I'm interested in seeing what Javik says. Because this race got wiped out.
Ever feel awkward? So we have Leviathan. I hope it stays on our side.
Me too, Tali.
Good to see you.
Commander. Commander.
Nothing to report.
It's kind of something I want to point out. It's kind of weird how I'm not talking about what Tally just said, but in other cases, sometimes our squad mates talk as if they were on the mission with us. And it's kind of a bummer when you hear them talk like that, because it's like you kind of wish that everyone was able, all your squad mates are able to, you know, go down there together. Kind of like the suicide mission from Mass Effect 2.
I've been studying this ship, its crew. There was a Normandy before this one. You died in an attack.
Something like that.
But then you were resurrected to fight the Reapers.
Maybe you and I have a thing or two in common.
But you have something else. The reasons you fight are still alive. The friendships of the people around you. And more. You and the Asari are joined?
You could say that.
I'm not. Your pheromones are. Is this why you wish to continue living? For their affection?
Without that affection, all I have in my
They're
life
all
is
important
death,
to me, man.
and that's not enough.
Yes.
What about you? I respect your reasons for being here, but I get the feeling there's something more, Javik.
What is that?
What's in here?
It is called the Echo Shard. Passed from soldier to soldier, Prothean to Prothean. Each adds their memories to it.
Like a beacon.
You're afraid to
How far back does it go?
watch it?
To a time before the Reapers. It is all that is left of my people.
And you don't want to remember that?
Imagine if everyone you knew was dead. You could not remember their faces, or the color of the sky above your home. The memories were gone. But so was the pain.
Yeah, it makes sense. You don't want to
Would you want to remember that, Commander?
remember all of it, and then the pain just comes flooding back along with it.
Die again?
But remembering is important.
If I had something like this, seeing Earth again, whole, with everyone still alive, that would be worth the pain.
Before the Reapers, the stars belonged to us. Civilization flourished. There was the Quasar fortress of the Tarandi Vale, the ice canals of Judar IV, the palisades of the Verome Angelic. It was magnificent. But then,
What is it?
the Reapers came. Planet by planet, we were extinguished. We fought back.
Are you okay?
I once commanded a ship like this one. A loyal crew with many friends. Was captured. Only I escaped.
What happened to them?
Indoctrinated. The Reapers sent them against me. Year after year, battle after battle, I was hunted by my own people. Every encounter, a reminder of my failure as a soldier.
I'm sorry. I had no idea.
Until the Battle of the Cronian Nebula. I had only my knife left. I cornered my men and slit their throats one by one. I watched them bleed to death to be certain.
That...
The fuck?
It was the day I understood. War is atrocity committed in the name of survival. It is a lesson I wish I had never learned.
Damn, that's fucked up.
I have studied your human religions, Commander. Your devil and his fall. Leviathan and its kind deserve the same fate. They once unleashed a plague that has haunted all of our history to this day. I say their own hell is the abyss you found them in. One I hope they never escape from.
It's actually kind of ironic because the way Javik talks about other alien life, which I mean it makes sense in a way because back when he was alive, a lot of the alien races were in their infant stages compared to them, but now him being here all these years later, the way he talks sounds so much like Leviathan was talking to us just now about being the apex race and everything else is lesser to them. And there we found Leviathan and its race just hiding underwater like cowards because the creation they made betrayed them, killed some of them, and also have just been killing every other life cycle. And then now we have him, who at the beginning, he's warming up now. He talked a lot of shit in the beginning about us being the lesser race, but we've accomplished more than him and his so-called higher race has ever done.
Hey.
Alright. Doubt she has anything.
Breaking now, the Exodus cluster under heavy attack. Commander.
Got 2 more people.
Can't say I was happy sending you down in that submersible by yourself. Don't know why I ever worry about you. Take on ancient aliens from the deep? Sure, no problem. Always good to see you, Commander.
With the Leviathan on our side, maybe we pull this thing off after all.
Maybe, James.
At least Anne's still around to see her dad's work finally pay off. Ready when you are. Ready when you are.
Alright, cool. Time to start the final DLC. The Citadel Shore Leave. I don't miss any other clusters. If any new clusters appear from now to the end of the game and you see me miss it, please leave a comment. I want to make sure I search every cluster. I feel like possibly, I don't know if this Reaper's just there just to be there, but maybe these 2 Reapers will eventually become locations. Anyways, head back to the Citadel. Alright, before we move on ahead, I want to make a save here. For the DLC. There we go. Here we go. Citadel Shore Leave DLC. What a nice ass apartment. Anderson was
Admiral.
living good.
Are you holding up?
Day by day, Commander.
Yeah. Hackett sent me a message about this apartment.
I want you to have it. Take it off my hands.
Are you serious?
You need a place that's yours. Somewhere to recharge, clear your head. Kaylee wanted us to settle down there. Thing is, the longer I'm on Earth, the less I want to leave.
Understandable.
And I want as few loose ends out there as possible. Like I said, you'd be doing me a favor.
That's very generous.
It's practical. We need you in the best shape possible. Rested. Focused.
If you say so. Thank you.
And make yourself at home, damn it. It's yours now.
I'm sure I can manage.
Okay, good. Been meaning to do that for a while. I'll talk to you soon.
Take care, sir.
Be careful out there, Anderson.
You too, Shepard.
We got here.
You never asked me about this, but my wife just called. My ex-wife.
What? He was married?
Nobody likes to talk about the toll that long months apart can have on military relationships. She wasn't military. She couldn't handle it. But it's not even about military and non-military, damn it. It's space flight. Space flight. Finding the mass relays, miracles of engineering. Human imagination rising to meet our desires. We pay a price for that curiosity, that drive. Our relationships suffer. People we love suffer. But that's reality. And it's worth the cost. I must have thought it was. I guess I still do. In the end, you just have to hope you made the right choices.
It's got a biography about me here. Let's listen to it first.
Sure, I can talk about Commander Shepard. Big topic. There's been a lot written about the Commander, but most of it isn't true. People are quick to judge. They don't know the whole story. I don't even know the whole story. But I know the man. Worked with him. Fought with him. Trust him with my life. Shepard's had some rough patches. Who of us hasn't? He's been forced to fight a lot of battles alone. God only knows how he got out of some of that. Makes your head spin. Thing is, you never heard a complaint. Never once got, no sir, I can't do that. He never hesitated. Few people know what Shepard's been through. I'd like to think I come pretty close. And I worry sometimes he forgets. There's a whole bunch of people who lose sleep over him getting back home. Maybe it doesn't need to be said. Maybe we're too dumb to say it. Soldiers like the Commander are rare. Men like Shepard, even more rare.
Yep, that's right. I'm Alpha and Omega. Sure, there's more, but fucking beeping is irritating. Let's go answer it. Contact. Dinner at sushi place on me. Hey Shepard, I've got a few things I wanted to go over with you with the Normandy and dry dock. I figured we could meet up at Ryusei sushi place. Ryusei sushi place down in the wards. I hear it's the best. Joker. Awesome, bro. Alright, let's listen to this.
No, it's fine. I got a few minutes. First contact war? Yeah. I was there. My first real combat. First for a lot of us. I remember one night early in the war. Strapped to my seat as our transport approached the LZ. Everyone was dead silent. Just the sound of breathing. Good men. I trained with all of them. We were always joking and horsing around, but not this time. Just the rattle of the shuttle. And that heavy breathing. Everyone was thinking the same thing. We're off to fight alien invaders. Aliens. Think about that. We all grew up wondering what was out there. If we were alone in the universe. Now we knew. We weren't alone. And we were in trouble.
Yeah, that would be so surreal. That'd be absolutely crazy. Imagine if that happened to us tomorrow.
As we could imagine. I knew I had to say something, keep the men relaxed. So I turned to the soldier beside me, Hendricks, I think, and asked him how his mother was doing. Fine, he said. Why? Because I heard your mama so ugly the Marines thought she was a Turian. Almost shot her. I got a few smiles. Then Hendricks turned to me and said, Hell, Anderson, I heard it was a picture of your mama that started this goddamn war in the first place. Scared the Turian shit. Everyone had a good laugh at that. And
That was a good comeback.
Sometimes that's all it takes. A joke, a pat on the back.
Earth's most decorated soldiers, Admiral David Anderson. He was kind
He just has this shit queued up on the TV.
his career. Today the Admiral is on Earth, leading the defense of our home against the Reapers. We have no communication with him or any soldiers on Earth.
Kalisa Al-Jalani.
What they're doing for us. Tonight's show is dedicated to all of the soldiers out there, fighting and dying to keep us safe. Admiral Anderson, today marks the 30th anniversary of the N7 program. Can you describe your first day of training in this now famous program?
The Interplanetary Combatives Training Program is all business from day one.
How so?
We're given basic gear, then separated and stranded on an asteroid with no nav data. The test ends when the last person runs out of oxygen.
Sounds daunting. What happens to the ones who run out of air first?
Out of the program. The best N7s can survive alone, but work together to survive even longer.
That's very impressive, Admiral. Deep space survival training. That has to be so difficult. All of it would take such strength of character. Well, just plain strength. But then you seem like a strong person.
I'm sorry, is there a question in there?
Well, does the program make the man? Or do you think you were born for this?
It's a bit of both, I suppose. Every soldier reaches a point in their career, sometimes more than once, when they are asked to give more than they ever thought they could. That moment is the test. I've seen men and women, almost sure to fail, persevere long past the point of breaking. That experience changes them. Others, with all the gifts and abilities, fail in that moment. Sometimes they pick themselves up and carry on. Sometimes they're just done.
What about you? What was your moment?
I don't know how that goes on. Not that it wasn't interesting, but...
The Normandy? A brand new ship. My ship. You don't forget that moment. The first time you're standing there. The whole crew looking to you for direction. Unforgettable. I'd led men and women before that. Seen a lot of combat already. Always managed to find my way home in one piece. Do that a few times, you begin to think you know better than the next guy. Maybe you do, I don't know. But if you're lucky, really lucky, you find yourself on a good ship, in front of a good crew. A crew you can trust with your life. Gifted. Disciplined. Brave. All of them. Eager to set sail into the endless black ocean. I still remember my XO asking what my orders were. Shepard, I said. Let's see what we can find. Embarrassing moments? I've got more of those than anyone will ever know. Only way to learn something. But if I had to pick one to share, I had just gotten promoted to N7. Full of myself. King of the castle. Found myself buying drinks for undesirables in some rundown bar in the wards. They toasted my recent promotion. Hell, they would have toasted Batarian slavers if it had got them more drinks. About the time my money ran out, my new friends turned on me. I was outnumbered. Things didn't look good. My plan to get out of there involved lots of punching. Well, that worked for a while. Then a table hit me. Or I fell down. When I came to, I saw a Solarian putting the rest of the troublemakers down.
A Solarian?
A Solarian? Moved like a damn cat, I swear. When everybody was out cold. Or running. He walked over and helped me up. N7, he asked. Yes, sir, I replied. He looked over my collection of unconscious friends, nodding. Not bad, human, he said. Then he walked away. I had met my first Spectre. Learned an important lesson that day. No matter how good you think you are, there's always somebody quicker, faster, and a hell of a lot smarter than you just around the corner. That little lesson's kept me alive more than once since then.
Ooh. Can I get in? That looks very relaxing. Oh wow, we got armor and a weapons bench. Got 2 more.
You asked me to talk about the SSV Normandy, the Normandy SR-1. As commander of the Tokyo, I was consulted on the Normandy's design and on board for her initial training exercises. The average person probably doesn't know that the Normandy was a joint project with the Taurians. Acting CO, Eli Xander, was no diplomat. She ran out of patience with Taurian posturing and politicking during construction. The chief architect of the Drive Corps, Octavio Tatum, and his team of Taurian engineers were in the CIC for final training exercises. Tempers flared when Xander pushed the limits of the stealth system, waiting to vent the IES well past what Tatum was comfortable with. I tried to calm the situation, but it still ended with the Taurian scientist in shackles and a human Taurian fistfight at Korra's den later. Funny now, when I first laid eyes on the Normandy, she was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Day after that training run, Admiral Wright found me on the bridge. She's yours, he said. Can't trust her to Xander. Send me a list of crew from the Tokyo you'd like, and prep for your first mission. Short command thanks to Saren. Still,
Was I part of his Tokyo crew?
highlights of a long career.
I wonder. What's this one? Turian experience.
Turians? Well, I might not always see eye to eye with the politics and the individual, but I have a great respect for the Turian military. Any Alliance soldier lucky enough to take part in their training programs will certainly be better for it. Their precision, skill, and discipline come together in a way that's second to none. Not that I'm faulting our own people or training. It's just that after fighting Taurians in the First Contact War, years later, I had the opportunity to observe and train on Palaven. It was a turning point for me, and I would encourage any soldier to try it. It's a unique experience to put yourself in the squad of a Taurian commander. My commander was an uncompromising bastard named Bartix Oryx. If you can find him, just ask how the platoon I commanded was trounced in his strategy game. Humbling. But I've used what I learned that day many times. The xenophobes will have their say, but I think it's vital that we do more of this kind of cross-species training. There you go. And if you do find General Oryx, let me know. I owe him money.
The last one.
Okay, so Tombstone data. Admiral David Edward Anderson. Not sure why anybody would be interested, but thanks for asking. I was born in London, June 8th, 2137. The last of 3 children born to Ursula and Paul Anderson. A nurse and a flight mechanic, respectively. But that's a little dry. Someone's gonna spice this up, right? Never been much for the spotlight. Anyway, where was I? It was a second marriage for my parents. They were almost 50 by the time they had me.
Damn.
My mother worked shifts, so my father would often take me to the base. While he worked, I watched transport ships and fighters take off. Worked his whole life around space travel, my father. But he never left Earth.
Wow, really? I wonder if he ever wanted to.
He was a good man.
Okay. Well. Oh, wow. Damn, so much stuff. I mean, these will that'll be the last few rooms. There's probably one more in here. Yep. Alright, let's listen to this last one.
Okay. I have your new questions here. As a leader, do I ever feel that the end justifies the means? Spirit of law over word of law. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole, but I think I know what you're after. You're referring to the way I, arranged to have the Normandy released to Commander Shepard before the Battle of the Citadel. I'm not sure how valuable hindsight is to the military. Obviously, it worked out for the best. Without the Normandy and Commander Shepard free to do what they needed to do, what we needed them to do, Saren might have taken the Citadel. I think it's clear what a different galaxy this would be if that had happened. I did what I had to. If I had been wrong, I would have gladly accepted the repercussions. The real trick is never being wrong. If you're looking for more action and less philosophy in these notes, let me know.
All right, cool. Now on to meet Joker, but let's save here and call it because we are at that 30-minute marker. We're over it, I should say, by a few minutes. So we'll save here. When we return, we will go see Joker. So I will see you guys in the next part.